Hello everyone, it's Addie Broyles, the food writer for the Austin American-Statesman and Austin360.com, and I'm here for my weekly live stream. It's Wednesday. Hi guys, I hope you've had a great week so far. I don't know about you, but in my house we are trying to get our bedtimes right. We're trying to get our clothes all in order. We got our back to school supplies all together. We are going to be ready for back to school next week. I know a lot of you guys are starting already this week, and I actually just blogged a whole bunch of my back to school tips for getting your culinary house in order is what I'm calling it. That's at food.blog.austin360.com. And I just came up with a bunch of tips that I've been doing this past week to, get my fridge cleaned out, get my pantry cleaned out, remind the kids that they have to take their dirty dishes and put them in the sink. One realization that I had is that back to school time is a really great time to get your kids to the next level of whatever they're ready for in the kitchen. So maybe this is my biggest tip for you today. Wherever your kids are at, mine are in elementary school, they're not washing dishes by hand just yet because they can barely reach the sink, but they're ready to start helping me put away more stuff after dinner, sweep the floor even, take their dishes all the way to the sink, not just put it on the kitchen counter. So little changes like that I'm trying to implement as we start the new school year. But if you have older kids, if you have a high schooler, my advice, I don't know, I don't have high schoolers, so motivating them to want to cook dinner for a family might be a little harder than I imagine. But I think high school kids are ready to look at a calendar, pick a couple days, and with your help, cook dinner for the family. So that means, include them in the shopping, include them in the prep, include them in the, just the whole process of thinking about, okay, well, you can't just have fish sticks for dinner, you have to have a meal. So you start talking to them when they're freshmen. Start empowering them at that age. You're not going to end up with a senior who's 2 months away from going to college who has never cooked a meal for herself or himself. And so, I hate seeing kids go off into the world who've never gone grocery shopping before and don't know how to compare prices, and they don't know how to thaw meat. If you have kids who eat meat and they don't know how to thaw meat, you gotta start working on that now. So those are my 2 cents for back to school. In today's food section, we actually have a ton of back to school lunch packing tips. If you're making lunch for your kids, Shafali Ravala, who has been making lunch for 10 years for her girls, compiled all of her best tips for keeping things interesting and healthy and making sure that they're actually going to eat the food that you pack for them. I will totally confess I do not pack lunch for my kids, and this is probably maybe a controversial thing for a food writer to say, but I really value that time in the evenings. Oh yeah, Emily already has her girls in the kitchen, 3, 5, and 7. Yes, there you go. My 10-year-old can scramble eggs, and I'm pretty excited. So, but I like sending them to eat the school lunch. I think what they, having a hot meal is, in my mind, better for them, I think, for these particular kids than having a sandwich every day. They just don't really like sandwiches that much. And I also know that they're probably not going to eat a cold noodle salad. I wish they would. I think my older one would, but my 6-year-old is just as happy to eat what they serve in the cafeteria. So I've done the math. It saves me money. It certainly saves me time. I've calculated for past columns, hours and hours and hours. And I just would rather spend that time as a family rather than stressing out. I'm also a single mom who I don't have much support, in terms of having a partner to cook or make the lunches for me. So anyway, those are my 2 cents. I was a kid who made her own lunch, and my mom, bless her, she made me start making my lunch when I was in 2nd grade. So from 2nd grade on, I did not want to eat the hot lunch at the school, so I was making my own lunches. So I'm proof it can be done. If your kids are 15 years old and you're making their lunch for them, I might encourage you to perhaps pass that duty on to them. Okay, a couple other quick things. The Case-Off is coming up on the 26th. That's going to be a really fun queso competition. Shipt is a new grocery delivery service that's, well, not so new, but they are expanding. They're now in Killeen and Temple and College Station, so lots of grocery delivery options out there for you. The highlight of my week last week, however, was judging this HEB contest. I was a judge, a secret judge. I accidentally spilled the beans last week that I was a judge for that. Sorry, HEB. On the live stream, but the Quest for Texas Best is a competition they've done for 4 years now. They had 25 food businesses who each presented 20-minute presentations to the panel of judges. So I tried 25 products, actually probably double that because each company had 2 or 3 new products over the course of 2 days. The previous record for the longest contest I judged was the paella cook-off that lasted 8 hours. Paella lovers, United. They have their paella contest every fall. That was an 8-hour contest. This is a 2-day contest. So HEB, you win. This bag is full of products that I brought to the Statesman that I'm actually going to share. So actually, these are some of the products that I'm not keeping, which might tell you something. This is a Lone Star Honey company. They make infused honeys. So this is a hot, spicy one. Not a super fan of the spicy honey, but they make a lime and sea salt honey that is off the charts and is staying in my kitchen. So that is Lone Star Bee Company. Highly recommend that lime and sea salt honey that they make. These kitchen guys, these were actually some of the winners last year, and they're from Austin. So they make a no grain ola holy cocoa cacao. So it's been a while since I've tried this product actually, so I'm gonna have a little snack. So the idea is that it's granola, but with no grains. So it's all nuts. Well, it's not all nuts in every one, but they've got coconut and stuff like that. So this has cashews, almonds, chocolate chips, sesame seeds, all that stuff. It's more like a trail mix, but let's be honest, what's the difference between granola and trail mix? Oats? Go figure. Okay, this is I was really surprised when I saw this product. This looks like booze, right? It is booze, but it's not a spirit. This is a 17.5% alcohol spirit. It's actually a wine. Sorry, not a spirit. It's a wine, but it has a low enough proof that they can sell it in HEB. So I do not love it though. It tasted too much like one of those. It's basically like a fake cocktail mixer, like the wine cocktails that you can buy in grocery stores that are in cans. They just have kind of a weird taste to them. It's hard to even describe. Fake is the word that I want to use, but I think it's just because I'm not accustomed to it. I mean, you might really like this product, but you know, pour some bubbly with it, have at it. The advantage, sorry, one more thing, the advantage to having this product, a product like this, and why grocery stores want it, is because liquor stores are closed on Sundays, but you can sell this every day of the week. So you can see why a grocery, yeah, it's a weird aftertaste, Alicia, or just kind of a weird, it almost tastes like, well, like grape juice, your kid's grape juice that maybe had fermented on the counter. Not in a good way like mine. Okay, let me see if I can throw out a couple of other things. Austin's Wanderlife coconut creamer. She was a finalist last week. This is a powdered coconut creamer. It's vegan, vegetarian. It's shelf stable, so you can take this with you wherever you go. So if you're not a dairy person and you're traveling, this is why she developed this product, is so that basically you can have coffee creamer to go. One of this year's winners is this company. Wait till you see it. Wait till I open this up. Wait till I open this up. Look at this. I know it's backwards. I'm so sorry, guys. It doesn't really look like Texas when it's backwards. But this is called the Texas Pecan Cake Company. They're based out of Bertram, and they sell these beautiful little pecan cakes. They're not so little. They make a big one, they make a medium one, they make a small one. And this is, oh, I actually kept the pumpkin spice version. But these guys were one of our big winners last week. I think they might have tied for first place. We had like 5 winners. Austin's Skull and Cake Bones won the top prize of $25,000. They're a vegan dessert company. They're based in Dripping Springs now, and they won the big prize, so that was pretty cool. Tamale Addiction is another local company. It's sort of based out of Manor. It used to be Gardener's Feast. You've probably had their tamales before. They were also winners in the contest. So way to go, the cute family of Lorraine. Lorraine, this was her original pecan cake recipe that now they make. Okay, so I am going to pivot and tell you, well, we're going to talk about 2 more things. One thing that's kind of, I don't want to say trivial, but it's like, hey look, Hatch is back! Big surprise! It's early August. Hatch is everywhere. All the grocery stores have a ton of products. I blogged about that earlier this week. You can let me know your favorite Hatch products. I used to be really snarky and not resentful, but I used to not love Hatch because I was kind of cynical about it. Now I've come to just embrace the Hatch, and I realize that it's going to be here every year. It's going to be here whether we like it or not. And so you might as well go with the Hatch salmon burgers, or you ready for this? The Hatch poke bowl. Poke in Hatch. Hatch in poke. It's pretty remarkable what you can do with food trends these days at your grocery store. Let me try one more product, and then I want to ask you about Aunt Jemima. I have questions about Aunt Jemima. But before we get into Aunt Jemima, I want to try this Carol Clusters. This is a product that a woman dropped off to me this week. I think she runs the company with her daughter who has some special needs. As you see, it says made with persons with disabilities, but the dis is scratched out. So carolclusters.com, they mostly ship to you. I haven't found out if they actually have any physical locations where you can buy these little clusters. Okay, but these are old school, like shoestring potato clusters with chocolate and peanuts. It's salty and sweet, and it tastes like Christmas. I mean, these kinds of products, or these kinds of cookies, I almost feel like I eat around the holidays. But these would be a great, like, back to school surprise for your kids' teachers, or something. This actually has a little bit of mint in it. I think these might be like Andy's mints with the shoestring potatoes and the peanuts. So good. Plus, obviously, this company employs, I think, 6 people who all have some sort of special needs, and it's just a great local company to support. So way to go, Carol Clusters. This is actually a really yummy treat. Okay, yesterday, there's been crazy news going on all this week with Charlottesville, as you guys know. And as I was seeing all these reports about the Confederate statues, people who brought down that Confederate statue a couple days ago, and just the debates going on in cities, it got me thinking about Aunt Jemima, because yesterday, this website called Extra Crispy that I love, I really love that website, yes, they did this whole post about, like, Aunt Jemima has some questions to answer about what's in their syrup. And I tweeted, I was like, that's the last thing that Aunt Jemima has questions to answer about. I mean, my question to Aunt Jemima is, why are you still putting the image of a mammy archetype on your pancake mix and syrup? It's 2017. That image dates back to 1889. What was going on in America in 1889? It's the years after the Civil War. African Americans are now free. White people who are selling food needed a way to assuage their anxieties about African Americans having more freedoms and more rights in this country. And so if you dig into what the mammy stereotype has done to continue with the institutional racism that's happening in America, you'll realize how powerful these images are. And so Uncle Ben didn't come around until the 1940s, but from where I sit, both of those are really outdated images that I think the company should be embarrassed that they're selling. And to be totally honest, I think if you're buying those products, you should do some really hardcore thinking about, if you were African American, how would you feel buying those products? I think that there are probably plenty of consumers of those products who are people of color. But you know what? It's really easy just to sort of like overlook something that is offensive just because everybody else is overlooking it too. So I'm here to say that I'm not overlooking it anymore, and I'm speaking up about these 2 figures that I just feel like don't belong in grocery stores. I mean, when my kids are in school learning about the Civil War, and they're learning about slavery, and they're learning about the evolution and not so evolution of, well, basically how racism presents itself in this country, and we're walking down the grocery store and they see these, to me, offensive images that are on products, it's a marketing way to sell these products. That's a really hard, how do I justify that as a parent? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy this product even though we consider ourselves activists in social justice and trying to examine our own white privilege. So that's what's going on in my house this week. I don't know what's going on in your house this week, but I'd love to hear about it. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. To be honest, I put a poll up on my blog that said, hey, how long do you guys think Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben products are going to still be sold? And 38% of you said there's nothing wrong with these products. I'm going to keep buying them. So maybe I'm wrong here. What do I know? I am actually compiling a bunch of Austin 360 Cooks pictures for next week's food section, though. So if you're posting some cool pictures of your cooking, add Austin 360 Cooks to it on Instagram. # Austin 360 Eats for your restaurant photos. And stay tuned for our next live stream. These are sponsored by Lexus of Austin. Thanks so much for your support for these live streams. And I'll be back. I might actually not be here next week. Sorry about that, but I'll be probably the first week of September. So. Or no, I guess that would be August 30th. Mark your calendars, guys. And until then, I hope you have a great one. Take care.